certainly a case that the women's squad this year too, Ken, they've been besieged by some injuries, some tough luck, losing two of their top players. Their top player, nationally aging Emily Woodland, maybe their second best player, to season-ending injuries. But this team, I'll tell you what, you certainly don't want to play them down the stretch. And they have shown they can play with anybody, battle with anybody. And it is, 8, 9 players. That's what they've got on their roster, and that's what plays. I mean, they really have battled. They've had to face some challenges and still come out and play hard every night.
Yeah, tough loss tonight. Rachel Baker doesn't hit that 3 late in the game. The Bearcats probably come away with the win, but that's the kind of player she is. Probably the best player in the conference, I think, hands down on the women's side. But a good effort tonight for the Lady Bearcats, and they certainly will be a team that a lot of folks won't want to play come playoff time, because they're very capable of pulling off the upset. And Coach Ringhausen has a lot of experience winning as an underdog in the postseason in the conference tournament.
So in the second half of our doubleheader here, the men's squad, it's the Bearcats coming in 11 overall, 5-2 in conference play. As we mentioned, they have dropped home decisions to Park and Columbia, the top 2 teams in the conference. Bearcats sitting all alone in 3rd place. And if they could beat William Woods today, that would, again, give them a pretty good cushion moving forward. They have a 3-game lead on William Woods, and depending on the outcome of Harris Stowe's game, they have a 3-game lead on them, and would just need to focus on trying to close in on Park and Columbia. The bad news is Park and Columbia have both beaten the Bearcats on their home floor, so you would hope that Columbia would take care of their home game against Park to give Park a loss, and the Bearcats would have to come out and just, again, win the other 2 games against Park and Columbia, and then hope for a little bit of help or whatever tiebreakers are. Again, wins are wins. Just got to take care of business here tonight. As you said, start with hopefully have an easier time up, but again, just back to basics. Just win, get a win, get back over 500, and hit the road on Saturday, and hopefully carry that over to Hannibal LaGrange.
Right, and the season ended today. The Bearcats be the number 3 seed, so they play Hannibal and have 1 home game, and then be going on the road for the semifinals and finals. Highest seeded team gets to play at home, but the Bearcats still have a chance to at least finish 2nd, and I think their goal has to be to just win every game from here on out, and then take their chances when they get into the playoffs.
Rockers to jump against Adam Otto. They're ready, and they both go up and miss, and then comes down, and Otto were able to tap it back. That was one of the ugliest jump balls I think we've seen all year.
The referee threw it way too high. Neither player could reach it.
They throw it into Decker. Decker goes inside right in the paint, and they could not get it. Now to Vern Watkins. Watkins driving, right side. He's cut off there, almost lost it. Pettiford almost the steal, but Otto able to get it back for Watkins. Watkins now drive again, tried underneath the basket's knocked away. Diving for it, Rockers out of bounds. They tie up Otto, and Rockers able to gather it in. Good hustle there by the Bearcats. Sean Rockers on the floor, getting the floor burns and able to force the turnover. Bearcats in the half-court set to our right, and they go left to right here in the first half as they do at home. Steppe driving, left side, off the glass, left it short. Wolf the rebound all alone, and he scores. That's a good start to it. Andy Wolf, Johnny on the spot. And the Bearcats already a good opening minute defensively and offensively.
Yeah, Steppe came off screen there by Hobby, top of the key. A lot of contact made against Steppe as he went to the basket, no call, but Wolf able to put in the offensive rebound for a basket.
Miller trying to drive in the paint and trying to kick it out to Decker in the right corner. Pettiford knocked it away, so good active hands early defensively by the Bearcats. As they try to throw in, they kick it out. Decker, he gets the inbound. They kick it out, right corner. His shot no good. Rebound pulled down Otto. He goes back up, draws contact. Good defense by Rockers. He misses the putback. And Hobby the rebound. Quickly out for Steppe. Steppe fires it out, right corner. Pettiford up top. Hobby for 3. That one off to the left, and the rebound pulled down by Woods. Jonathan Nutt on the rebound. Nutt in front of us. Up top now for Andrew Miller. Miller plays it up top. Miller now for Decker. And he swings it back. That's taken there, and then Otto set a pick there, and I think he got hit going through in the midsection there. He's a little ginger going around. He sets another pick. Decker kicks it back out. Steppe almost a steal on Miller. 10 to shoot. Miller back out, right wing. Hits a pick, kicks it out, right corner. His shot is good. Boy, Andrew Miller buried that too. And I'll tell you what, they earned it right there. The Bearcats defensively very intense here early on. That's a good start.
Officials really letting them play on both ends here early on. A lot of contact, players going to the basket.
And Rockers, as he backs in on Otto, an offensive foul call on Sean Rockers. And just as you say, they're letting them play. They call an offensive foul on Sean Rockers.
Yeah, the Rockers, they're going to call that on him every time. He leaned in a little bit, but that was a good flop by Otto as he was starting to fall back before the contact was made. But anytime when you lower the shoulder like that, you're going to get the call, especially when you got a 44 on your McKendree jersey.
Otto swings it now for Nutt, Jonathan Nutt. Plays it now Miller. Miller going to the hole. He missed it. Running layup is an air ball. And the rebound pulled down by Hobby for Wolf. Wolf driving left side. Has to pull up. Kicks it back on top for Pettiford. Pettiford will set it. Pettiford now for Rockers. Back to Pettiford. Left corner. Pettiford for three. That one too hard. And the long rebound, Andrew Miller. Tied at 2. They get it down quickly. Decker, right corner. Plays it now. Back up top, Vern Watkins. Watkins gets a pick. Watkins trying to drive. Kicks it in the corner. Decker. Decker will dribble it out of the right corner. Gets a pick. Before some room. Decker trying to go to the basket. He floats a pass. Knocked away by Steppe. Right into the hands of Coach Statham. And it'll still be William Wood's ball as Dan Anderson will check in for Vern Watkins. Anderson, good bench player here. Remember a few of these guys from last year. Anderson, a good key player for them. Went off the bench as he inbounds in front of the Bearcat bench. Nutt. It's a pick there. Plays it back. Otto, pick and roll. Looked like he almost dragged the foot. Now will turn and spin. Tried a short shot. That's no good. Good defense by the Bearcats. Rebound Rockers to Wolf. Andy Wolf, right wing, looking. Still looking. Bounce pass inside. Hobby. Back to Wolf. Wolf dives in. Try to kick it back out up top for Rockers. Now hand off to Steppe. 10 to shoot. 3.5 gone here in the first half. Tied at 2. Pettiford in the left wing, and now we get a whistle and a foul call. This time it's on Adam Otto.
Going up against Rockers once again, and Rockers was a little smarter about his body positioning that time and was able to draw the foul. Rockers has a big strength advantage if he can just be smart about how he positions himself.
Hobby inbounds for Wolf. Wolf up to the box. Rockers turnaround shot, rolls in and out. He had it go down and rolled right around the cylinder and popped out. And the rebound for Dan Anderson. Anderson trying to go in. His short shot is blocked by Hobby. Quickly out front. Steppe for Wolf, one-on-one. Wolf trying to go in right side off the glass, and that one rolled in and out. And the rebound pulled down by Decker. Hill outlet, far side, Anderson. Anderson didn't realize he had a pass, cross court, now play to Jonathan Nutt. Nutt. It's a pick. Plays it now for Miller. Miller in the left wing in the corner. It's a pick. As Hobby fights through one, pulls back out, and Miller scores. Miller with all 4 of their points. And the Bearcats will call timeout, 30-second timeout, 4 minutes, 15 seconds gone, and a 4-2 lead for William Woods.
Woods have a couple of subs at the table, Don with 5 rebounds, and both teams with 1 turnover.
Well,
but Woods, I'm sorry, Joe, Woods has scored the last 4, and McKendree, after a good first possession, again, has been able to get anything done.
And right off the inbounds, it's Dontre Jenkins holding Carrington Pettiford. And that'll be a foul, second team foul on Woods. So, you're right, not a whole lot going on here. The Bearcats have, they've had some shots from in close, haven't been able to get them to go down. Missed, again, a couple of layups. And short shot by Rockers that was around the cylinder, popped out. And
they've had some good shots. The shots just have not fallen thus far. The Bearcats getting some defensive pressure here, bringing the ball across half court.
And Pettiford able to get it to Wolf. Wolf in the left wing, up top Rockers. Right wing, it's Pettiford. Underneath on the basket, Hobby, turnaround shot. Short shot is no good, off to the left, and the rebound pulled down by Elliott Black. Black now for Decker. Logan Decker, up top for Anderson, now for Jenkins. Jenkins, it's a pick. Jenkins pops back out. Now it's Miller. Andrew Miller, the pick, trying to drive, pulls up foul line, draws some contact. Is also trying to push off with his arm. Good no call there, and he missed it. And the rebound Rockers for Wolf. Wolf in the back court, in the front court, sets the offense. 5 minutes gone here in the first half. 4-2. William Woods by 2. Pettiford, left corner, driving left baseline, pull up, short shot is good, and Pettiford gets his first bucket. And after a long dry spell for both teams, we're tied at 4.
Woods has been setting some bruising picks on offense. this time called for a moving screen on the right wing.
That'll be on Elliott Black. Yes, he's whistled for that moving screen. You're right, they really have it. We're seeing, a lot of teams, I think this year too, want to be real physical with the Bearcats. It seems to be a theme. I don't know if that's the case, but maybe more teams thinking that playing physical, bodying them, that's going to be the effective way to go. And we've seen it thus far. Certain teams have been able, that's been a formula that has worked.
Yeah, David Ruckman into the game now for the Cats. He's certainly capable of playing very physical, 6'7" sophomore, and also the 5'10" freshman from Waukegan into the game now, Mike Springs, to run the offense for the Cats.
Now for Pettiford, back to Springs, across the timeline, Pettiford. So they break the pressure. Pettiford now on the right wing, trying to get it into Ruckman. Ruckman now right of the block, kicks it back to Pettiford. Pettiford trying to go back up top, trying to go back to Ruckman, couldn't do it. Now back to Hobby. Hobby up top, 15 to shoot. Pettiford right wing for three, and that one in and out was around and out. And the rebound to Jenkins. Quickly for Miller, pops up, three left wing and scores. Andrew Miller with all 7 of their points and a transition three as well.
6-point turnaround. The Bearcats miss an open three at their end.
And then Steppe comes back and buries a three on the left wing. So he answers it. We're tied at 7.
Well, Steppe needed that. He needs to get a little confidence with his shot because he's a guy the Bearcats are really going to need down the stretch.
Needed a steal by Mike Springs when they tried to go back to Jenkins. And Springs ever so quick. Mike Springs was a guy, maybe not a lot of points, but very effective against Park on Saturday. That quickness seemed to give Park a lot of trouble.
He's done a nice job, too, of not turning the ball over, which is usually the hardest thing for a freshman to do coming into an established program.
Jenkins having to fight free of Springs, really solid defensively. Now a shot off the glass by Black is no good. Actually, Anderson missed that. The rebound, Ruckman for Springs. Quickly to Steppe. Now Hobby, left of the block. Hobby, good pump fake, off the glass, no good, and drew the foul. As Eric Hobby trying to force that one. He had the size advantage on Jonathan Nutt. Maybe it was Dan Anderson who came over there to help out, and it was Anderson, and he will get whistled for the foul. That'll be his first, and already 4 on William Woods.
Well, Hobby just a little bit too athletic that time for Woods to handle. Best free throw shooter for the Bearcats at 86%. He will shoot 2 as we are all tied up here, 13:27 to go in the first half. And first free throw is good for Hobby. Brad Copeland checks in, so the Bearcats abandon that 3-guard offense for the moment as Pettiford heads to the bench. And I'm not sure I've seen Copeland and Ruckman in the game at the same time too often this year, but we will have them playing down low with Hobby playing in the number 3 position there, small forward. Steppe and Springs in the backcourt. Second free throw for Hobby. Really taking his time, and it's good.
So Hobby with his first 2 and a 2-point lead for the Bearcats, 9-7. Copeland started the game on Saturday, played 9 minutes in the first half, and then didn't see any more action the rest of the way. So again, they have off that ankle injury. Wonder if Brad's still having some issues with it. Anderson trying to drive on Copeland, tries to go in, and we get a body foul as Copeland got him with the body, and that's his first, the team's second. As Anderson was driving, he had a step on him too, took it to the hole on the right side. As they will inbound underneath their basket now, just to the left of their basket and down to our left. Watkins trying to throw it in. Actually, it was Jenkins trying to throw it in. He was deflected and gathered in by Nutt. Now to Vern Watkins, who checked back in. The high-low lobs it underneath for Black, and he lost it going up. And a turnover by William Woods.
Defense really collapsed on the shooter that time for the Bearcats. So the effort has been good thus far for the Bearcats. They've had some good shots on offense that have not fallen.
Copeland had a hard time inbounding the ball. Hobby had to come all the way back into the backcourt to get it. Now they play it to Springs. Springs quickly across the timeline for Steppe. And I mean, he got there fast. Hobby, long 3 is good. Eric Hobby. That might be an NBA 3 ball right there. And boy, if we can get him going, that's a 5 for Eric. And he's got the last 5 for the Bearcats. And that's the lead, 12-7.
Yeah, 6 or 7 feet behind the line, but when Hobby can square up and get his feet set, he can make those like free throws out there.
Watkins through traffic. He missed the short shot and the rebound, Copeland. For Springs, far side. Bearcats by 5 with the ball. Hobby open again for 3 on the left wing. That one no good. Ball batted free by Copeland, back to Steppe, and they'll reset.
Hobby had to rush the shot a little bit that time with the defender coming out at him, and the Bearcats again able to get the offensive rebound.
Springs, good entry pass, left of the block. Copeland turning, off the glass and scoring. Brad Copeland.
That's where Copeland's really effective, is down low in the block, and timeout now forced as the Bearcats have scored 7 in a row. William Woods will talk things over, but Copeland, you know, out. Woods is 1 for 4 from the field, and the Bearcats 4 of 7. So a big turnaround there. The Bearcats have made 2 of their last 4 3-pointers and both of their free throws. About rebounded the Owls 9-7. 3 turnovers for William Woods. The Bearcats have turned it over just 1 time in the first 8 minutes of the game.
Jenkins pressure there. Springs almost stole the pass away from Anderson. Tell you what, he is already causing some havoc. I'm going to guarantee, not guarantee, but I'm going to predict going to draw an offensive foul or going to steal here soon. Now a little floating shot off the glass, no good by Nutt. Rebound Ruckman to Springs, 2-on-2. Springs will pull back out. Knew he didn't have the number. Smart play. Now right of the block. It's Ruckman driving around. Reverse layup is good. Look at that. Around the baseline and a reverse layup. David Ruckman.
An athletic move there, tiptoeing along that baseline for Ruckman. We don't normally see him make that kind of maneuver, but a nice feed from Springs, and he took advantage.
Anderson kicks it back out. Jenkins, oh, he lost it as he was going up, and they're going to call Springs for that. Springs just got him a little bit there. Boy, quick hands, he almost forced a turnover. That was close.
Springs got about 90% ball and 10% hand on that one, but right in front of the official, and who's coming over to explain that call to Springs. He's not believing it, but 2 shots at the line, the first trip to the free throw line tonight for the Owls.
And this is Dontre Jenkins. He makes the first. Dontre Jenkins, a 6'1" freshman from New Madrid, Missouri, as Adam Otto checks back into the game with Andrew Miller.
Down in the boot heel.
He is indeed, and that stops a run. The Bearcats had a 9-0 run. He misses the second free throw. 16-8, Bearcats by 8. Springs across the timeline. Little pump fake. Springs goes to the hole. Layup is good. Mike Springs. And there it is. That quickness. Boy, just kind of stutter step, and he was by Jenkins real quick.
Springs has really given the Bearcats some energy since he came off the bench.
Swinging around, Otto to Jenkins. And Otto runs Springs through a pick. Jenkins floats one up. He left it short, no good, and Springs able to pull down the loose ball. Here comes Springs going the other way, 4-on-2. Bounce pass in front. Ruckman layup is good. What a pass by Mike Springs.
Springs exploded out of the backcourt, got that ball, raced down the left sideline, and a Isaiah Thomas-like bounce pass from far away.
Hobby blocking a shot of Watkins as he tries to go in. Throw it back out for Jenkins, and they'll reset. Jenkins trying to drive on Springs, almost threw it away. Gets it back to Andrew Miller. The Bearcats doing it defensively, disrupting Woods right here. Jenkins trying to drive on Springs, float off the glass, a wild one, and then around the cylinder. That's a goaltending call on Adam Otto. Very easy call there, and the officials right on the spot to do it. With 10:08 to play, Bearcats up 12, 20-8. And they're on some kind of run here, 12-1, I think, unofficially is what I've got.
Well, that was 7-7, so actually 13-1. The Bearcats have outscored Woods, and it's really been, you know, pretty much coinciding with when Mike Springs got into the game. It just seems like the energy level for the entire team has been elevated.
And yeah, at one point it was actually it was 7-4. So check that, 16-1 is the run for the Bearcats. Hobby in the paint, driving off the glass and scoring. Hobby doing it in a variety of ways. He's got 7, 22-8. The Bearcats by 14.
David Ruckman also has been very effective off the bench. The Bearcats going to substitute at the next dead ball, get a couple of their starters back into the game, but all cylinders clicking right now on offense for the Bearcats after a slow start.
Decker trying to get around a pick, pulls up foul line. His shot will fall. Logan Decker finally on the score sheet. And they stop quickly as Hobby has to relace the shoe. Ruckman and Springs will check out. What a nice job defensively they did. And Steppe will come out. Wolf comes back in with Pettiford and Rockers. You're right. I mean,
yeah, Decker on that time picked up a nice screen around the free throw line, had a wide open shot, but again, the Bearcats getting some good production offensively and defensively from their bench, and that's been the key here so far. 15-3,
the Bearcats have outscored Woods since about the 5-minute mark. Rockers Hands it off to Wolf. Wolf back in the left corner. 3-point stripe. There's it. Everybody out. Plays it back up top for Copeland. Now for Hobby. Right of the block trying to go inside to Rockers, and he threw it away. Rockers just could not get in the right position as he was a little late getting there, and Hobby threw it away.
Kind of a dangerous pass there by Hobby. Almost deflected by Otto of William Woods, but they say Rockers touched it last, but not a high percentage post feed by any means.
As they inbound, Decker being pressured there by Wolf. They play it now for Robert Williams, and they lob inside, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul call on Sean Rockers. So Rockers just picked up his second.
That was a big-time push-off by Otto. Rockers had the position. Otto pushed off on Rockers to get open, and Rockers gets called for the foul, so 8:47 to go. Coach Datham have a little discussion with one of the officials about that call.
Rockers stays in. Here's Decker. Almost lost the ball. Driving in the paint. Left it short. Loose ball pulled out there by Wolf. Outlets for Copeland. Copeland trying to go in. Copeland had it knocked away by Robert Williams. The Bearcats will retain possession. And you're not the guy you want running the break there, as they got it out in front to him, and a couple of smaller, quicker guards able to knock that out of bounds.
Copeland was trying to find somebody to hand it off to, and the Bearcats are fortunate. They get Rockers now out of the game and Ruckman back in.
And they tried to throw it into Pettiford, and boy, it sure looked like Williams had his arms wrapped around Pettiford and knocked it away, and a steal for Woods. Decker, left wing. Up top now, Caleb Perry or Robert Williams. He'll leave it there for Miller. Miller trying to drop. Kicks it out in the corner. Perry, and he traveled. And a turnover for Woods.
Well, Woods, with all these screens they're setting on offense, they're going to have to start getting a little fatigued just from all that activity as they send Jonathan Nutt back into the game. 8:14 to go first half. Bearcats up 22-10.
Full court pressure on the inbounds by Woods. Oh, Wolf will clear everybody back. Nutt's going to stay halfway, and Woods, as Wolf will get it across to Pettiford. Pettiford now up top for Wolf. Wolf driving, kicks it out. Pettiford, right wing, open for three. That one off to the side, no good. Loose ball rebound, still on the floor, taken up by Hobby. Had it knocked away, now gets it back. Hobby will reset with Wolf. An ugly play there around for the loose ball. And the Bearcats able to pull it out. Wolf up top, Hobby, long three ball, and that one is off to the left, no good. And the rebound, Decker.
That was darn near a 30-footer there from Hobby, although he didn't miss it by much.
Now on the right wing, it's Nutt up top for Otto. Otto with Ruckman on him. Springs set to check back in. Now Nutt backs it out, 15 to shoot. Nutt trying to drive, hands it off for Caleb Perry. Plays it now to Decker, 10 to shoot. Decker with Wolf on him. Decker still looking, now swings it back left wing. Miller, 5 to shoot. Miller backs it out. Miller gets a pick, pulls up a long three, and that one off the front end, no good. And the rebound, Hobby for Wolf. Out for Pettiford. Pettiford in the right corner. Trying to get something for Ruckman, but thought better of it. They'll regroup. Plays it out to Wolf. Swings it left wing for Hobby. Up top, Ruckman. Right wing, Wolf. Swings it cross court for Hobby. Hobby pump fakes. Still looking. On the left block for Ruckman. Turnaround shot, rolls around the rim and good. David Ruckman again. A featured bevy of moves by David Ruckman. He's doing a little bit of everything.
Well, we've seen that jump hook a few times from Ruckman. He was about 10 feet away. That is not an easy shot from that far away from the basket, but he got the friendly roll.
A big man getting it done. He was very effective, especially that first half against Park. Gave a spark to the Bearcats. Perry almost double team, almost threw it away. Plays it to Decker. And on the foul line, Otto for Decker. Gets a pick, rolls in, right-handed running layup is missed. Well short, Hobby the rebound. Pulled out. Wolf throws it in. Ruckman, layup is good! And the big man running the floor scores again. David Ruckman with 8. And the Bearcats on a huge run. 22-3 run for the...
Brings Copeland and Ruckman, the only players to see action, and they're 6 for 6 from the field. So that's about as good a bench production as you can possibly ask for.
Anderson, almost went in the backcourt with that. Oh, that was awfully close. He's towing the line and almost jumped back. Play it in the corner. Anderson open from 15, left side, corner, no good. Long rebound, Springs. Springs with Ruckman and Steppe with him. 3-on-3 is going to wait till everyone comes back. Now Steppe corner, up top, Hobby. Back to Springs. Mike Springs with 5.5 to go here in the first half. 26-10 Bearcats by 16. Hobby for Ruckman, rolling to the basket. Short shot is good. He fades away this time from about 8 feet.
Ruckman scoring from just about everywhere on the court. 5 for 5 from the field. A double-figure offensive performance here in the first half off the bench.
And then a foul the other way, and I think that might be on Springs. It is, and that's going to be the second on Mike. And that's unfortunate. He has 2 and Rockers 2. But let me give you the quick stat. I got to say it before something changes here. William Woods 10, David Ruckman 10. And I got to get that in.
And the Bearcats bench 7 for 7 from the field, so tremendous bench production for the Bearcats tonight as they've played just 8 players here in this first half.
What a performance it has been. And they have rolled out. At one point, Woods led 7-4, but outscored 24-3. It's like a football score here in these last, say 10 minutes or so of action. Popping out Miller, high arcing shot, he'll score. Andrew Miller, and he's been there scoring as well. He's got 9 of their 12. Steppy, right baseline driving, lost it out of bounds. Turnover Bearcats. It's been a rare call for them as well with the turnovers, as Pettiford will check into the game and Steppy will go to the bench.
Steppy was a little indecisive when he got the ball. He, I think for a split second, thought about firing up a 3, then realized he had a chance to drive to the basket and mishandled the ball. But he'll get a little breather now with 4:44 to go first half. But the Bearcats in control here early on thanks to their bench production.
Up top, Caleb Perry swings it now for Robert Williams. Williams comes out of trying to get out of a pick there. Plays it down to Jenkins. Jenkins up top, 18 to shoot. Ruckman pops out on Jenkins, who almost lost the ball. Wolf on him, force him back. Williams, right wing, driving on Pettiford. Going to get a whistle, and going to get a push. And that's on Pettiford. That'll be his first. And that's 6 on the Bearcats. The next foul will put Woods in the bonus as Adam Otto checks back in for Caleb Perry.
Then the Bearcats up 28-12 behind a great performance from their bench players.
Anderson up top for Miller. Miller swings it corner. Robert Williams, right wing for 3. That one too hard, and the long rebound. Ruckman, boy, outfought his teammate Brad Copeland for that ball. He wants everything.
The Bearcats with a big rebound advantage in the last 10 minutes or so of this game.
Hobby for Wolf. Wolf up top for Ruckman. Ruckman, he'll drive. Ruckman going in off the glass and scores! He did it off the glass! He's done a bevy of moves!
That matches his career high. Ruckman 6 for 6 from the field. The Bearcats have out-rebounded William Woods 18-7 in the game, and everything going well for the Bearcats in this first half.
And he's done it. I think he scored 6 different times, 6 different ways. In the corner, Miller for 3. He's wide open again. He hits another 3.
But Woods is going to need to make a lot of those the way things are going for the Bearcats right now.
He's got 12 of their 15. Bearcats doubling up the Owls 30-15. They have possession. Right of the block. It's Copeland. Copeland trying to turn. Copeland, little half hook, he'll score. Brad Copeland, he's 2 for 2 from the field. 32-15, the bench is doing it for the Bearcats here in the first half.
Well, the Bearcats are shooting 58% from the field now.
And we get a whistle and an offensive foul, and I think it's going to be on Dan Anderson. Nope, check that. It's going to be Adam Otto, and that's his second. See you later, Adam Otto. That's his second foul. And he explains it to the official. The official explains the foul to him. He'll go to the bench. Clinton Hoppy checks into the game for Carrington Pettiford.
Bearcats have made 9 of their last 11 shots from the field, 13 of their last 18 after starting 1 for 6. So the Cats have caught fire after a cold start.
Pressure the inbounds, but Wolf able to take it, and the Owls will back off. Wolf gets it across the timeline, throws a hot pass and off Copeland's arm, out of bounds, and Copeland said, "It's my fault." He's trying to move a little more to the middle there, be dead straight in the middle of the paint instead of just kind of staying off to the side. And
Brad kind of got cement shoes on that play and couldn't go to meet the ball.
Oh, it's Decker. Oh, gets it across. He lost him. Decker's open for 3, and he'll bury it. Clinton Hoppy, who's on Logan Decker, cannot afford to leave him open like that. Hoppy back in the corner thought about a 3 of his own. Now he travels. So Clint with a bad sequence there as he let his man wide open in the corner for a 3 and then turns it over the other way. I think he thought he could get that ball and try to fire a 3 up right away and answer it. and thought better of it, and that's what caused him to turn the ball over.
Bearcats do a switch now and have Andy Wolfgard Decker, who's a very dangerous outside shooter.
Hoppy almost a steal. Jenkins, now Decker trying to drive. Wolf ties him up, and now Miller with Copeland on him. Miller trying to fight free of a pick. He does. Miller trying to circle free. Miller off the glass, left it short, and he cleared out as well. And Ruckman trying to get that ball, can't do it. But Miller clearly trying to push off there, and now we get a whistle, and they're going to give the ball to the Bearcats.
I thought it was last touch by Ruckman, but we'll certainly take that with 2:06 to go here in the half.
32-18, Bearcats by 14, 2 minutes to play. Wolf trying to fight through, and it's a foul call against, it's going to be on Zach McDermott, who will get whistled for the foul, just checked in.
Well, again, the Bearcats bench now is 9 for 9 from the field, so I don't know how much longer their bench can shoot 100%, but when you do that, you're not going to lose too often.
And David Ruckman as well leading the way, 12 off the bench. Wolf driving, reverse layup is good. Boy, drove through the traffic, went left side, then came back out the right side and scored. McDermott thought he had a layup. Now it's Black the other way, and he will score. The Bearcats slow getting back there, and it cost them as they give up the quick layup. 34-20, they lead by 14, 90 seconds to go.
Bearcats have made 10 of their last 12 shots from the field.
Hobby plays it now to Wolf. Wolf now, left corner up top, Copeland. Right wing, Eric Hobby, thought about the three. Looking up top, Clinton Hoppy. Now for Wolf, left wing. Wolf trying to get it inside to Copeland. He'll bounce one in, left of the blocks to Copeland. Copeland backing in his man. Copeland goes to the middle, floats it off the glass, and it rolled in and out. I'm not sure he realized just how close he was. Black will pull up off the glass and brick that one as it comes right to Wolf. Final minute of the first half. Wolf driving right side, trying to go in. He got clobbered in a foul call. He was absolutely clobbered by Black. I don't know if he got fouled before he went up, but we know Black clobbered him, and he was fouled before he went up. It's Dontre Jenkins, his second, and the team's seventh. So Wolf will go to the foul line for a 1-and-1.
Andy Wolf on the season has struggled at the foul line. He's at an even 50%, over 60% for his career. First one is good. The Bearcats lead by 15. Back into the game for the Owls is Robert Williams, 5'10" junior from St. Louis.
Wolf will get one more, add to this 15-point lead. Bearcats' largest lead has been 16 here in the first half. Second one is too hard. Knocked free, still batted free, and then taken down by Decker. Decker going in for the layup, floats it up, in, around, and down. Boy, he went up against Hobby and had to fall away and just got it over him. And Logan Decker with 7. He and Andrew Miller have done the damage. 35-22, Bearcats 6-second differential on the clock. They can't hold for the last shot entirely. Hoppy, back swings it. Left wing now for Wolf, up top for Ruckman. Ruckman, ooh, we thought he had someone back door. I think it was Hoppy. He thought he was going to break for the basket. Now Hobby, 8 to shoot for Wolf. Wolf going to drive. Andy Wolf, floating shot. That went off to the left. Ruckman trying to get the loose ball, and a loose ball fall over the back. That'll be on David Ruckman.
Ruckman tried to reach in there. He was blocked out, but Woods with good position on the rebound, and 6.9 seconds left. That foul puts Woods in the bonus. We've not had a lot of free throws in this first half from either team. Woods will shoot 1-and-1 with 6.9 left. The Bearcats should get a chance for the final shot of the half.
Elliot Black, so he's a 1-and-1 opportunity to cut into this 13-point lead, and the free throw is good. So he makes these two, and the Bearcats can't answer it. Even after this big run, William Woods would only be up by only be down, I should say, by 11 or 12. Second free throw is up and right through, so he hits him. 4 for Black off the bench. Anderson checks back in for Black.
Well, 6.9 seconds, plenty of time. Woods going to pressure in the backcourt.
Here we go, Wolf running, half court. Wolf still looking, lobs it. Ruckman, left corner, his shot will not go down, And the tip try by Copeland wouldn't have counted anyway, and that's how it ends. So Ruckman, boy, if he'd have hit that one, I tell you what, I'd have bought a lottery ticket and I'd have had him pick the number.
In that second half, Steppe, 1 of 2, made his only 3-pointer. The Bearcats didn't get much out of Carrington Pettiford in that first half. Wolf did have 5 points and 3 rebounds. Eric Hobby, 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, but just 2 of 6 from the field. Rockers 0 for 1. So the Bearcats starting center and second leading scorer and leading rebounder missed most of the first half because he picked up 2 early fouls. So, again, it didn't really matter because Ruckman came off the bench and gave us tremendous production. So the loss of Rockers was not really a factor. But the Bearcat guards are going to have to step up and contribute a little bit more. We didn't really get much offense other than from Wolf on some drives to the basket and offensive rebounds. But again, I thought Woods would come out and really play with nothing to lose. And they've given good effort. They just have shot the ball well percentage-wise. But a couple of timely 3-pointers late in the half kind of make this one a little bit closer than it was.
35-24, the Bearcats lead it at the half. We'll take an extended timeout. When we come back, we'll get ready for the second half. Right after this, you're listening to McKendree Men's Basketball on the Bearcats Sports Network. Joe Zidlow and Ken Zimmerman back live here to the Melvin Price Convocation Center here at the half, 35-24. The Bearcats lead it. Let's refresh everyone, bring you up to date on statistics. In that first half, leading scorer for the Bearcats, David Ruckman, a career best 12 points. He got them all in the first half on 6 of 7 shooting. He added 3 rebounds and a block for good measure as well. 7 points for Eric Hobby, 5 boards as well in that total. 5 for Andy Wolf, 4 for Brad Copeland, 3 for John Steppe, 2 each for Carrington Pettiford and Mike Springs. The Bearcats out-rebounded William Woods 20-12 in the first half. And for Woods, their leading scorer, Andrew Miller with 12, Logan Decker with 7. They only had 2 other players that scored in that first half. Elliot Black with 4. Dontre Jenkins 1 of 2 from the foul line, and that was it. 35-24. Bearcats 7 assists, only 6 turnovers in the first half, and they forced William Woods into 5. So again, not a lot of turnovers, but the Bearcats holding Woods to 9 of 28 from the field. And as Kent said, two players they got to watch. They got to watch 0 and 3. That's Andrew Miller and Logan Decker, and let anybody else beat you. And partner, I tell you what, I've just come up with a new nickname. Scott Cummings has given the approval. He might try to push this, continue to push this forward. David Ruckman and Mike Springs, Thunder and Lightning. What do you say right there, man? Thunder and Lightning.
That's a pretty...
Thunder is David Ruckman. Lightning is Mike Springs. Lightning
that is a great,
thunder, so.
Great description of those 2 guys, because I mean, if you've never seen either one of them and you saw them for the first time, you would realize how appropriate that is. But yeah, both of those guys really came in with a tremendous amount of energy off the bench. And you know, I said in the pregame, we need to get the ball inside. We need to try to score inside more, because we struggled in that area, and we'll outscored them 20-4 in the paint in the first half. So Coach Datham certainly was thinking along those same lines. And you know, again, the Bearcats 2 of 8 from 3-point range, but that really didn't matter. And again, we did that with Rockers, our best inside scorer out of the game with foul trouble.
No question about it. Bearcats will get the ball to start the second half.
And Copeland's going to get the start.
And he will.
In the second half.
As going in, it's Wolf, goes right to the basket and draws a blocking foul on Adam Otto. How about that? Set play, he takes it right to the hole and gets the 3rd foul on the big man.
Otto tried to draw the charge, but he got there about a half a step late as Wolf ran him over. And Andy Wolf shooting 2 here, just 3 seconds into the second half.
Wolf bends the knees, first free throw, high arc, and that one around the cylinder and goes down. You pointed out too, he's got more of a high arc. We've noticed that the last few weeks, and I think that helps him. It's giving him maybe a little more confidence, giving him a better chance at the foul line as well.
He's been under 50% for a good part of the year. He makes 1 of 2.
And the second, then look at that, gets the rebound as Otto fell and scores on the layup. Adam Otto pulled the rebound down and fell to the ground. The ball was there, and Wolf just picked it up in a 3-point play the unconventional way.
Well, Otto went high in the air, and his own man kind of undercut him. He lost the ball as he crashed to the floor. The Bearcats a fortunate bounce as it falls right into the lap of Wolf, who takes it in for the score, and now a foul at the other end on Copeland, his 2nd.
First possession for the Owls, down to our right. Bearcats go right to left here in the second half. As Wolf hawking there, Decker. Andy's done a nice job on Decker. When he's been on Decker, he has really shut him down. Miller pops out 3, left wing, in and out, and the rebound pulled down by Hobby. Something about that basket to the right. A lot of in and out 3-pointers. Saw that in the women's game tonight too, on both sides. But then Baker hit the big 3 down at that end for Woods. Hobby. Now it's inside in the block. Rockers try to go in for a layup and a foul call. That's going to be on Watkins. Watkins looked like he just got on his back like he was taking a piggyback ride and going along with Rockers and doing all he could to keep him from scoring a layup.
Well, he was on Rockers like an oversized sweatshirt on that play, and Rockers was calling for that ball on the left block. They finally got it to him, and a strong move to the basket. He is able to draw the foul. Sean, another guy who has struggled at the line. His first free throw was short. And on the season now, Rockers 51%. 6'7" junior. He throws up a brick for the second one, but it's deadened as it hits the back of the rim and falls in.
39-24, Bearcats by 15. This match is, I believe, their largest lead. No, actually, they were up by 18 in the first half. Here's Decker trying to come out of a screen. He lost Wolf for a second there, but Wolf there to get him. Now Watkins driving in the paint, puts it underneath. Otto tries to go up strong, left it short on the layup, and Hobby the rebound. Oh, I tell you what, Adam Otto, we've got a number on him to start this second half already. Steppy for Hobby, open left wing, three is good. Eric Hobby, dead on, right on the line, right back of the line, perfect. And he's got 10 points, and Hobby already with a solid performance. Here in double figures, 18-point lead. That ties the largest lead of the night for the Bearcats.
Well, Hobby's put up 5 3-pointers, made 2 of them, and the average distance on those shots has been about 25 feet plus.
As Nutt trying to put one off the glass, Steppy late getting there. That other extra little double pump, and Nutt drew the foul on John Steppy. For John, that'll be his first, team's second, and that will send young Jonathan Nutt, a 5'9" freshman from Palmyra, Missouri, to the foul line. Nutt has yet to score.
I wonder if he's related to former Arkansas football coach Houston Nutt.
Could be now at Ole Miss. Houston Nutt likes to bop around the SEC. I think Houston Nutt's he wants to coach at every school in the SEC if he gets the chance. He's probably not going to live long enough to do it, but
that's not a bad conference to be a coach in.
Conference, no.
You make a pretty good living coaching in that
absolutely.
SEC.
Absolutely, as Nutt makes them both. I thought of that too as well. You just don't see a lot of guys with the last name Nutt. And
with 2 T's.
With 2 T's, as now entry pass by Hobby inside, just led Rockers a little too much off his hands, and a turnover for the Bearcats. And Hobby, apologetic message to his teammate as he slaps hands as they go back down. 2 gone here in the second half. 42-26, Bearcats by 16. Decker up top for Otto. Otto trying to get it to Nutt, who was trying to pop out. Steppy there. Now back to Decker. Decker trying to drive, throws it far left corner. Miller for 3, that one too hard. Long rebound, Andy Wolf. Wolf out running. Wolf now, left-handed dribble, almost lost it. Now has to pick up his dribble. Lays it up top for Copeland. He'll get it back to Wolf, and he'll reset the offense. Wolf down, dribbles to the right wing. Now in the corner, Hobby inside. A little roll to the basket. Rockers will score in a layup. Excellent passing from Wolf to Hobby to Rockers. Now Nutt trying to drive, and Steppy cut him off right there at the block. Now Watkins trying to drive right side, and real awkward right-handed shot, no good. And Otto trying to bounce it off of Rockers, saved there by Copeland. For Wolf. Wolf to Steppy, right corner for 3, and that one too hard, no good. And the rebound for Adam Otto. Lays it out to Nutt. Nutt, right corner in the Woods end as they trying to drive. It's Decker, kicks it out for Nutt. Nutt driving left baseline, a whistle and a reach-in foul on John Steppy. That will be his second and the team's third.
Steppy beating off the dribble there along that baseline left side. He will check out, and Carrington Pettiford into the game for the Bearcats as they lead 44-26. Starting to expand that lead a little bit again in the second half.
And they inbound, and it's taken by Otto. A reverse layup is good. That was a little too easy there. 44-28, Bearcats by 16 with the ball. Right in front of us, Wolf. Ball's a play, and communicating with Rockers. Rockers wasn't sure where he wanted him to be. Here's Hobby. Hobby picks up the dribble. Now plays it to Pettiford. Pettiford trying to move around here. Pettiford now for Wolf. Now entry pass right of the block to Rockers. Short shot is an air ball, and left it too short. And then Hobby able to throw it off of Anderson, and it's going to be Bearcat ball.
Hobby getting a little frustrated out there, and the official trying to settle things down as the play's gotten a little bit physical, but tremendous job of keeping that ball alive there by Eric Hobby.
Wolf to throw it in. Inside, Rockers left it off the glass a little short. Rockers cannot save it. And it'll be Woods' ball. And Otto, he got knocked in the head or something. He's a little groggy as he's going back the other way, and they're going to substitute and get him out of the game. I think something's wrong. He's had a interesting start to the second half as well. And
he looks a little fuzzy as he heads to the bench.
Fuzzy.
Coach asked him if he's all right, and he's not sure where he is right now. So hopefully, for his sake, he will get back in there. 16 to go. The Bearcats up by 16.
And now it's Black in the right wing up top for Anderson. Now to Jenkins, plays it now to Decker. Decker's going to pull up, falling away. That's an air ball. Oh, could have been a pass there as it comes off the backboard to the left of the cylinder, right to Black, and Black will score. And here comes David Ruckman set to check in, and Mike Springs as well. Thunder and Lightning set to come back in. They try a backdoor to Hobby, a bad pass off his legs, out of bounds, and it'll be another turnover by the Bearcats. So Springs and Ruckman check in for Wolf and Rockers. And we'll see if they have the same impact in this half as they did in the first half.
It's going to be hard to match that first half, but Bearcats with some sloppy passing there. They threw a bounce pass right at Hobby's feet, cutting to the basket.
Jenkins, it's across the timeline, Springs on him, now plays it to Decker with Pettiford on him. Black, left wing, Miller, and now Springs with the steal. Here comes Springs, going in, Springs uses his body, floats it up and drew the foul, and then Copeland with a follow-up dunk. Mike Springs, Lightning has done it again here in the second half. He comes in and a steal. I was telling you too as well, I said Jenkins, I think he's going to get a pick before this game's over. I thought it might have been in the first half, and he was close. And that time he got him. You just tell Jenkins just not comfortable when Springs is on him.
Springs is always a threat to come away with a steal when he's out there. He's yet another guy that has struggled at the foul line this year. The first one no good. Springs 59% on the season. 5'10" freshman out of Waukegan. His team finished third last year in IHSA Class 4A. He makes the second free throw.
45-30, Bearcats by 15. Woods with possession in the half-court set. Anderson up top, swings it now to Jenkins. Jenkins with Springs on him. Springs just staying. You can just see Jenkins very uncomfortable. Jenkins picks up his dribble. Well, plays it cross-court to Anderson. 15 to shoot. Anderson gets a pick, tries to go back low. Hobby almost stole it, and off his foot, and Hobby giving Anderson all kinds of problems. Let's even remember Dan Anderson having a pretty good game against the Bearcats last year. He has been completely baffled and shut out in this game.
Bearcats have done a number on him. Jonathan Nutt back in the game for the Owls.
And some question as to with the shot clock, we're going to add 3 seconds to it, so 15 on the shot clock. 15:07 to play here, second half. Woods with the ball, the inbound far sideline in their front court. Now played it to Miller. He throws it cross court. Got a weak pass. Anderson, long three. That one too hard. And the long rebound for Hobby. Hobby for Springs. Springs is Hobby in 9 rebounds, I believe now. Just a rebound shy of a double-double. Springs sets the offense. Springs with Pettiford, Ruckman, Hobby, and Copeland. Plays it to Hobby. Hobby in the right of the block to Ruckman. Ruckman turning, half hook off the glass, too hard. And the rebound is Copeland trying to gather it in. They're going to call Copeland for a foul. Wow. Like Dan Anderson was trying to go for a ride on his back. And that's 3 on Brad.
Yeah, the Bearcats did not get the benefit of that call as Copeland, I'm not sure what he could have done any differently on that play, but another bruising pick in the backcourt nearly takes Springs out of the play.
Anderson with a pump fake, driving the basket, and left the layup short. I think they're going to get Brad for his fourth. Actually, for his, yeah, I think so.
Anderson set that screen just on the other side of the half-court line. Springs ran chest to chest right into Anderson, knocked him on his rear end. No call. Springs just bounced right off like a pinball.
That's impressive, I'll tell you what. Anderson at the foul line. And makes the first free throw. That's his first point of the game. And Garrett Gaffner, who did not see any action on Saturday against Park, will check into the game. A little surprised. Garrett's done a nice job this year and didn't get a chance to see. And this is first action he'll see tonight. So
they even started a game when Copeland was hurt. Had 6 rebounds and 9 or 10 minutes of play, and then didn't play the rest of the game. So both free throws good for Woods. Back in for them is Vern Watkins, and again Garrett Gaffner, 6'6" freshman from Bree Central, replaces Copeland, who picked up his 4th foul.
Inbound, Springs to Pettiford. Now back to Springs. Springs will bring it across the timeline quickly, and he'll call timeout as he gets across half court. And the Bearcats will, let's see, it's a 30-second timeout, so let's keep it here. 45-32, Bearcats by 13, 14-21 to play here in the second half.
And not out of reach yet for Woods. They can hit a couple of 3-pointers again as they did late in that first half. They could certainly get back in the game, and I think a good time for Coach Datham to reset things a little bit with his team. take a quick timeout and make sure everybody's on the same page. We'll get the updated stats from our main man, Scott Cummings. The Bearcats now in the second half shooting 43%, so their shooting has tapered off a little bit, but for the game they've out-rebounded Woods 26-17, just 3 offensive rebounds for the visiting Owls, 8 turnovers for the Bearcats, 7 for Woods. And again, the Bearcats led by Ruckman, 12 points, Hobby with 10, and Wolf has 8.
Hobby on the right block for Gaffner. Gaffner lost it, gets it back, plays it back to Hobby. Hobby, right wing, now back in the block to Gaffner, and they're going to get Vern Watkins who pushing off. And push Gaffner away from the block there, and Watkins will pick up his second. That's the team's fourth. And 5 team fouls on the Bearcats already. Off the inbounds to Pettiford, pops out, his shot is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Nutt. KP struggling with his shot here tonight. Anderson trying to drive on Hobby. Hobby forced him back, right corner, out Black for Watkins. Plays it back to Nutt, swings it for Anderson, now back to Black. Back to Nutt, Nutt up top for Decker. Decker goes into the block against Watkins. Watkins almost lost it. Looked like he shuffled his feet, left an air ball short, and the rebound Ruckman will hand to Springs. Springs, left wing for Hobby, thought about the 3, now down left of the block. Gaffner trying to go, turns, spins, half hook and scores. Boy, nice spin move. He went in left, turned back around completely and fired a half hook over Watkins for his first bucket.
An awkward looking shot, but very effective there for Gaffner as he got some separation with the defender.
Anderson gets away from Hobby, 3-pointer no good. Ruckman fires that rebound down, pulls it down, and gets it out to Springs. Springs quickly for Hobby, left wing, inside, Ruckman going to the basket, and count the no, they wave off the bucket. Boy, he got contact and was able to get it up off the glass. They say the foul was before the shot. Come on, give that man give him the bucket.
Tremendous continuation play there as Ruckman came flying down the lane and Hobby rifled a pass into him. He just threw it up at the basket and got the roll. It's been that kind of night for Ruckman. Everything he touches seems to have a good chance of going in the basket.
Pettiford, he'll go right block to Ruckman, now back to Pettiford. Pettiford trying to shake free of Jenkins. Pettiford now back out up top for Gaffner. Plays it now left wing for Springs. Springs, left block for Ruckman. His shot was partially blocked. Hobby, they put back and scores. Count the basket and a foul.
Hobby in the right place at the right time there. As you said, the shot from Ruckman from left side of the lane came up short. I believe was deflected by a Woods player, but Hobby positioned himself to put that back in and draw the foul. And Eric Hobby, an 86% free throw shooter on the season.
Back into the game is Zach McDermott. That should be a double-double, I think, with that rebound.
Hobby will get credit for an offensive rebound on that play. And so 10 rebounds in the game now for him to go with 10 points, or 12 points. Basket did count, and 1 free throw coming up from the Bearcats senior All-American.
He left that free throw short, rebound, loose ball still there, and Gaffner knocked it around, and then as they try to go on a 2-on-1 break, Pettiford put his foot out. A perfect soccer-style block there and prevented what would have been a 2-on-1 layup opportunity. 49-32, 17-point lead for the Bearcats. Largest lead of the night's been 18. Woods to inbound, left of their basket. They throw it in and almost thrown away by Jenkins. He got it to Nutt. Nutt saved it back to Jenkins. They swing it around. Watkins, right wing up top, Jenkins. Jenkins, hawked there by Springs. Nutt springs through the screen. Jenkins able to get it free. Now plays it to Nutt. Nutt driving. Finger roll layup is good. Jonathan Nutt, his first field goal of the game. He has 4. Springs running the other way to Pettiford, and he gets it to Hobby. He was clobbered there by Watkins. It was a 2-on-1 the other way. They were slow getting back, and the Bearcats pushed it up. Vintage Bearcat offense there, and drawing the foul. The foul is going to be on Dontre Jenkins. That'll be his 4th.
He put a hip check on Hobby and knocked him flying into the cheerleaders. And Bearcats have tried to get out on that fast break a little more often tonight than we've seen them lately. And they've had some success doing that. First free throw good for Hobby. John Steppe checks back in, replacing Pettiford. And both those players have been quiet tonight. The Bearcats have been getting it done on the inside, with Ruckman and Hobby leading the way on the score sheet. Hobby makes them both at the line. Bearcats lead it 51-34.
14 points for Hobby, 7 in each half. As Jenkins trying to drive, and Steppe late to get there, and John's going to pick up his 3rd foul. Just checked in the game. He hadn't seen that many minutes of action. He's got 3 fouls. And that's the 16th foul on the Bearcats, so Woods will now be in the bonus their next foul, unless it's an offensive foul. Jenkins throws into Watkins. Watkins up top. He's it now for McDermott. McDermott now back to Jenkins. Jenkins, it's a pick out high, trying to drive on Steppe, kicks it left corner, pulling up from 10 feet and scoring is Zach McDermott. And the good news is Miller and Decker have not scored here in the second half. We talked about it. They're trying to let the other players beat you, and the Bearcats have that 15-point cushion still. There's Steppe in the right corner on the block. Ruckman trying to dribble in. Ruckman underneath the basket and scoring. Look at that. He took it in against 2 men. Ruckman, 14, adding to his career best.
Ruckman just powered his way in between a double team that time, and they weren't going to stop him once he got underneath that basket.
Watkins inside. Caleb Perry turning, had it knocked away, trying to back in. Ruckman got some help from Hobby. Now back to Watkins. Tries to hand it off. Perry, short shot. That one a brick. Long rebound, Ruckman.
6 boards now for Ruckman. The Bearcats have done the job on the glass here tonight for sure.
Here's Springs. Bounce pass in. Gaffner, turnaround shot, and he got it blocked as he was going up by Perry. And left it short as McDermott will take it. Hands to Nutt. They set up in the half court. Nutt now in the left wing. And Springs through a pick. Now trying to drive. Kicks it back out. Jenkins, 20 to shoot. Up top, Watkins. Watkins gets a pick. Well, plays it right wing for McDermott. McDermott goes in the box. Perry, a short shot is good. Caleb Perry, his first field goal. 53-38 Bearcats. 5:15 near the halfway mark here in the second half as teams trading baskets. Here's, a nice little nifty move there by Gaffner as flopping was Watkins trying to draw the offensive foul. And Gaffner just turned, saw the defender flop, just flipped it up and scored.
Smart move there by the freshman Gaffner. He sensed what was about to happen, and he backed off as he had started to lean in on a little curl move.
They try a bounce pass in, stolen by Springs. Springs trying to go in. Springs goes in, left-handed layup, left it short. Put back by Hobby in reverse fashion. Spectacular put back by Eric Hobby.
Hobby knifing through the lane there, right to left. 16 points, 11 rebounds for Eric Hobby in the game.
Double-double for Hobby. That's impressive. As Jenkins hot up top. 9:40 to play here in the second half. Bearcats' largest lead, 19 points. Left corner, pulling up, pump faking his Nutt, and he'll score. He got Springs in the air and is able to score. He has 6 all in the second half. Springs trying to bounce pass in. The Gaffner was running. That one kicked. That was a little bit risky there, but I'll tell you what, the way he's been playing is it'll be Springs and Ruckman.
And the
Thunder and Lightning checking out of the game.
Oh yeah, the Bearcats have done this really with only 3 points from Sean Rockers, their second leading scorer, who got early foul trouble. 4 points off the bench for Copeland, but the other players stepping up tonight.
There's Wolf trying to drive and slipped as he was going down. 3-on-1 the other way. Decker for McDermott, and we get a blocking foul called on Steppe. That is 4 on John.
Yeah, Steppe, there wasn't a whole lot he could do there. He tried to step in and draw the charge, which was really his only option, as Woods had numbers on the break after the turnover, and Carrington Pettiford set to check in. Imagine we'll see Steppe head to the bench, 9:14 to go. Again, the Bearcats up by 17. They've been in control for the second half as they led by 11 at the break. So in comes Pettiford, out goes Steppe. Both teams with 7 team fouls. William Woods has the possession arrow.
McDermott missing the second free throw, and Rockers trying to save it. It comes back, and Rockers a block. Big block, and the loose ball taken by Pettiford, he'll play it back to Wolf. How about that? What a play. Now Hobby as he tries to come in. It was a 3-on-3 and he fired a pass too hard for Gaffner and a turnover.
Yeah, a little too much mustard on that one. And right through the hands of Gaffner. He wasn't quite prepared for the velocity at which that ball was approaching him.
11 turnovers for the Bearcats now, as they have 5 here in the second half. There's Nutt. Plays it to Decker. Decker now trying to back in. Hands it off for Otto. He forces his way in, and he is fouled by Garrett Gaffner.
Gaffner almost able to get the charging foul there as he got to the spot, but the officials going to say he was there just a little bit late. 8th foul now on the Bearcats, just the first on Gaffner. Garrett, did Garrett even play in the first half? He played less than a minute, I think. Or
no, he didn't. I didn't think he saw any action in the first half. Surprising as Otto makes the first free throw.
Since Copeland ran into foul trouble here in the second half, the Bearcats have chosen to run him out there, and he's been pretty effective.
Missing the second free throw is Otto. He splits a pair, 57-41. Bearcats by 16, and Wolf brings it across the timeline. Wolf right in front of us. It's a pick from Pettiford. Now Wolf swings it out. Wolf driving, left side layup. He left it short. Man, he had that chance, made a great move, and left it short. And now Woods can cut into that 16-point lead again.
Woods could have gone to the left hand. I think he makes that shot off the glass. Came up a little short.
Black trying to drive, had it stripped away, and saved it though to Nutt. Lobs it out up top. Decker open for 3, and that one too hard. Long rebound. Gaffner tried to bat it free. Didn't pull it down. He tried to bat it to a teammate, and he and Pettiford both going for the ball. He batted it out of bounds, and Woods will retain possession with 8 minutes to go here in the second half.
Andrew Miller, 6'3" junior from Whangamata, New Zealand, into the game for William Woods.
He had 12 all in the first half, has not scored here in the second half. He and Decker have not scored in the second half. Quite a job the Bearcats have done defensively. As Copeland set to check back in, up top. Nutt for 3, that one off to the left, rebound Gaffner. Gaffner will play it now for Wolf. Andy Wolf, bring it across the timeline. Wolf sets the offense, now Hobby. In the right corner, a pull up, foul line in the paint, had a shot blocked. Wolf gets a loose ball, put back is good. Andy Wolf, determined effort, he's in double figures with 10. Back the other way, Decker trying to get in, and Wolf draws the foul. Actually, will be called for the foul as scored the bucket, and Decker quickly released and trying to go in right baseline on the layup try. For Andy, that'll be just his first and the team's 9th. Copeland will check back into the game for Garrett Gaffner. Brad with 4 fouls and 4 points here tonight as Gaffner checks out.
And 4 rebounds.
And 4 rebounds. And Gaffner, nice job here in the second half. Gaffner did not play against Park. Was a little surprised he didn't see any time in that game as Decker.
3-point play for Decker. He will have another free throw. The basket was not good. Decker, the leading scorer on the year for the Owls, 13.3 a game. He's a 79% free throw shooter.
Second free throw is up, and that one right through. 9 for Decker. As he checks out, Robert Williams will replace him. And full court pressure here from Woods as they trail by 16. Copeland inbound. Copeland looking, plays it into Hobby. He'll play it out, far side to Wolf. Wolf running right side. Wolf going in, paint. Kicks it out, Pettiford. Pettiford will reset it back out to Wolf. Smart play there by the Bearcats. Wolf now to Pettiford, right corner. In the box, Rockers off the glass and scoring. Sean Rockers, he has 5. And the Bearcat lead still at 18, 61-43.
A nice feed from Pettiford, and Rockers got rid of the ball quickly. Was able to put it up softly off the glass.
Black to Williams. Williams hands it off there to a cutter, and that's Andrew Miller, who floats a running layup in. He has 14. 61-45 is Miller's first points here in the second half. Did a number on the Bearcats in the first half, and not much here. Hobby pops out for 3. That one too hard. Long rebound in the right corner to Nutt. Nutt gathers it in. He'll run it up the floor to Williams. Williams right wing trying to drive on Pettiford. Looked like he pushed off. His shot from 15, right corner, no good. And the rebound, Hobby. Hobby another rebound. 12 for Eric Hobby off the glass. Then they turn it over as Wolf lost it. Back to Nutt, a three. That one off the rim, around, and then comes down.
That thing hit the front rim. It was well short, bounced up in the air, and somehow had enough forward momentum to fall into the basket. Coach Tatum with a quick timeout as William Woods with 6:07 to go, back within 13 points.
We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. 61-48, Bearcats lead it. You're listening to McKendree men's basketball on the Bearcats Sports Network. 7 to play here in the second half, and William Woods has got the last 5 points. They've cut the lead down to 13, 61-48. Bearcats out of the timeout.
Bearcats out rebounding Woods 37 to 23, plus 14 on the glass. Both teams have shot 49 times from the field. The Bearcats have made 8 more shots than Woods, and now we got a foul, and before the Cats can even get it in bounds, looks like it's going to be on Miller.
It will be on Miller for holding Hobby. And that'll be the first on the New Zealand native, and the 8th team foul.
And so the Bearcats' top foul shooter again at the line, Eric Hobby, shooting 1-1. Hobby with 16 points, 12 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the line tonight, 4 assists, and 3 block shots. So Hobby stuffing the stat sheet, as they say here in this game. He makes the first free throw.
He's had quite a night. Well, business as usual, I guess, for Eric Hobby is what we would say. And he has done it a variety of ways. Only 2 3 balls tonight. And another free throw is right down. He is good from the foul line. I think 6 of 7 from the foul line now. And that's 2 big free throws. 15-point lead again for the Bearcats. Miller up top for Black. And it was stolen away. Wolf, as he was trying to go to Williams. Wolf going in. Layup is good. Andy Wolf, what a play. Wolf continuing his strong play here tonight. He has 12. 65-48, back to a 17-point cushion for the Bearcats.
The Bearcats' fast break has been operating pretty well here tonight.
Otto for Nutt. Nutt back up top is Pettiford guarding him. And now a bounce pass by Otto. He thought Williams was breaking to the basket and threw it away. Boy, interesting game here. You look at this. Rockers has 5. Steppe only has 3. Pettiford is 2. And yet you got a 17-point lead because David Ruckman's got 14. And just interesting game, really is. Good to see the depth at work. Breaking the pressure as Wolf comes out of it. Back in the backcourt, now for Hobby. Hobby now to Pettiford. Pettiford up top for Rockers. Rockers had it stolen away. Black going in. Black goes up and he'll dunk it. And Black with the dunk. He scores, and that's 8. Now we get a whistle.
We're going to have technical foul because the Woods coach yelled at the official for not running down the floor on that fast break. The official remained stationary in the Bearcat end of the floor. And I'm not going to mention that official. He's a longtime conference official.
He didn't like that at all.
He appears to be walking with a limp, so I don't know if he's hurt himself, but he was. I mean, the coach got a point. He was standing there like a statue as Woods was scoring a layup at the other end, and a quick technical as the official obviously heard what was said. The coach said, "Get down the floor," and looked right at him. And the first free throw, the technical free throw, good for Hobby. So the Woods coach making his point there. He's going to sit down, and this one has been pretty much out of reach for most of the second half. 20 points now for Hobby, as he has done a terrific job at the foul line tonight. And it will be Bearcat ball after the technical. So Cats turn it over. Woods gets a dunk off the fast break, and a technical foul on the Woods coach.
Throw it in. Here's Pettiford. Pettiford right in front of us near the bench. Well, he wanted to go to Rockers, but Black was quick to close that off. Now they're going to try to trap a double team in the backcourt to get it to Pettiford. Pettiford driving, goes in, layup is good. KP saw ahead, the lane just took it. And a big 4-point play for the Bearcats. They're back up by 19.
Pettiford used Rockers as a decoy there going to the basket.
Well, he break his head. Black going to the bucket, and he gets to Anderson, who gets clobbered there. Boy, a good extra pass there by the Owls that time as I thought Black was going to go up for the layup. He knew he was going to get a block coming at him, and he dished it off to Anderson, and hit the foul on Pettiford. That'll be his second. And the Bearcats now are way over the limit. Howell's in the double bonus, and who's at the scorer's table? Ken, I'll let you do it.
Thunder and Lightning set to check in. We're not sure where we're going to Clinton Hoppy. He's been kind of quiet here tonight. Hasn't played a whole lot, but he's going to check in also. So Wolf heads to the bench along with Hobby and Rockers. 4:48 to go. Bearcats lead at 69-51, up by 11 at halftime, and the Bearcats quickly ran out to a big lead in this second half. Free throw good, so that cuts the lead to 17, and the Bearcats nearly turn it over as they get into the front court.
And Pettiford does throw it away. Boy, far side, he was trying to get it to Hoppy. That, it was doomed from the start there, that play, and now Kyle Heckert is going to check into the game, and he's going to get Pettiford. So Heckert comes into the game. 4:40 to go, 17-point lead. So I don't know, a few 3 balls and some turnovers. I don't know if the lineup, interesting lineup in there for the Bearcats is.
Still 4:30 to go, but Woods down 17, and good to see some of those bench players get in there, and Heckert comes away with the steal.
Goes into Hoppy, back to Ruckman, he scores again. Ruckman filling the lane and scores again.
A finger roll for Ruckman. Every one of his shots has been of a different variety than the one before.
Black, reverse layup is good. He scores, and I think he bumped into Ruckman, and Ruckman's now limping a little bit. Ruckman smiling, I think he was slow to get back. And
we're actually going to see a rare appearance by Ian Ridge, who's battled injuries this year. So Ridge, the 6'6" junior from Flora, checks in replacing Copeland. And that foul was on Ruckman, his second. And the Cats over the 10-foul limit in the second half.
Black makes the free throw. He's got 9. Yeah, full court pressure, and the Bearcats able to break it. Heckert dribbles right through it, plays it in the far corner. Hoppy underneath the basket. Ruckman scores! Again, Ruckman looked like he got clobbered as well. 18 for Ruckman. I think they want to get him 20 here. 3:56 to go, and then Heckert tripping up Dan Anderson as he's trying to drive. 18-point lead for the Bearcats, 73-55.
A career high for Ruckman. His previous career high, only 12.
How many boards he got? How many does Ruckman have tonight? He's got 6, so 18 and 6.
A pretty good line coming off the bench for Dave Ruckman.
Very good line.
Sophomore out of Freeburg. And the free throw rattles in for Woods. Woods has been very effective at the foul line tonight, but they've been unable to match the Bearcats' bench scoring. And the fast break has been very fortuitous for the Bearcats as well. Who will call a timeout here? 3:55 to go.
73-56, they lead it. It's a full timeout. And, well, let's tell you what, we'll keep it here. 3:55 to play. Joe Zidlow, Kent Zimmerman with you here as we reset. Bearcats lead at 73-56. It's been the bench tonight that's done the job, led by David Ruckman, who has a career best 18 points. Mike Springs also with some energy, only 3 points, but assists, some steals, a little bit. And I've newly dubbed them Thunder and Lightning, and I think that's what it's been here, at least for this game, too. They both have, well, obviously great first halves, but even the second half, they've been able to carry that over as well. Good to see. Again, we talk about the depth of the Bearcats, and we're seeing it here in full effect.
Yeah, Springs 3 points, 2 assists, no turnovers, 1 steal, 2 rebounds off the bench. Ruckman 18 points, 6 rebounds, 9 of 12 from the field, including several off the fast break. All 12 players have seen action tonight for the Bearcats.
Yeah, good to see Ian Ridge out there, too, and Ian Ridge with hair, Ian Ridge as well. Next time we're seeing him earlier in the season. Ball, the Springs breaks that press, dishes it off for Ruckman, and he gets clobbered there by Williams, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Bearcat ball. I don't know where the
Ruckman's a tough customer, but he was checking his fillings to make sure they were still attached to his teeth after that impact.
Inbound, Heckert, pump fakes, Heckert going to the bucket, draws contact in the foul that time. Kyle Heckert took it right to Jonathan Nutt. Nifty play there by Heckert.
Yeah, aggressive move there by Heckert, averaging just 2.2 points per game. His former high school coach, John Krause, there at Oakville, one of the all-time greats here at McKendree, over 2,000 career points. Tremendous player at both ends of the floor, so enjoying, I'm sure, getting to see Kyle have an opportunity to misses the first free throw. Heckert 62% at the line this year. And Woods will send in a couple substitutions with 3:46 to go. Bearcats in control, up 73-57.
Zach McDermott will check back in, and Teal Snoddy, first time we've seen him. He was part of our all-name team of the opposing team last year. The first time we've seen Teal. Not many kids the first name of Teal, as Heckert makes the second free throw.
Our last name is Snoddy.
Snoddy as well, too.
From Boonville, Missouri. How did Columbia let him get away?
There we go, as Anderson up top. Let's see, he gets a pick there. They roll it underneath for Perry. Perry turning. He lost it on the way up. Good defense. I think Ridge might have got a hand on it. Ruckman pulls down the rebound. Springs in the half-court set, crossing over. Now plays it right corner for Hoppy. Hoppy will dribble it back out up top. On the paint, Ruckman. We thought he had a backdoor cut there. Hand off to Springs. Springs driving in the corner. Hoppy pump fakes. Hoppy will pull up from 15. He rolls in and out. Wrong rebound. Ruckman goes back up. Oh, and he left it short. Rebound for Heckert. He missed it. Ridge the rebound, and he'll score. They wanted Ridge to get on the score sheet. I'm confident of that. And Ian Ridge does so. His first bucket of the game. 76-57. They just need Hoppy to score as he fouls Williams, who was driving on him on the right baseline, and that will be Clinton's first foul.
So 11 of 12 players have scored tonight for the Bearcats. It's good to see them get a game where they can get some of those seldom used bench players in there for some action. Free throw too strong. Back in for the Owls, Wesley Harper, 6-foot junior from Aurora, Illinois. Bearcats are going to win this one. Again, in third place in the conference. One-handed rebound by Ruckman. He's got 8 boards.
He got 9 boards.
9 boards.
How about that? You can hear Scott Cummings in the background saying one away from a double-double. Springs goes in. Wild layup attempt. He missed it. And back they go the other way. Here comes Snoddy. Snoddy trying to go in for a layup, and it's in and out, and Heckert fouls him. Kyle will pick up his first. Actually, his second check, that. And 19-point lead for the Bearcats with 2.5 to go. And Teal Snoddy will go to the foul line.
67%. He's just 4 of 6 at the line this year. Seldom used bench player for Woods.
In and out with the first one. Teal. Again, that name. We know Teal, the color. Snoddy, maybe an abbreviated last name. I don't know. But Teal. I just am curious about that. Maybe parents, it might have been hippies or something. I don't know. Maybe that's the key or into that. I don't know. I just can't think of it. A color like that. It's like pear or apple. You know, it's like, although Pear Steamer. You remember the Loyola Marymount team. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a Pear Steamer. Remember that guy? The ball knocked away. He missed its second free throw. And digressing here, another timeout called by the Bearcats. I think just a couple of instructions here in the final 2:26 for the bench players that are in the game here and doing a nice job. It's a full timeout. 2:26 to play, 76-57, along with my partner Kent Zimmerman. Joe Zidlow with you here. Bearcats in command, in control here, looking to go to 12-11 and 6-2 in AMC conference play in light of a trip this weekend on the road where they will face Hannibal LaGrange.
Yeah, they will travel into the heart of that big snowstorm. Hopefully the roads have been cleared off by Saturday. I think we'll be in good shape, but place where the Bearcats have stubbed their toe more than a few times over the years, and hopefully they'll have the kind of effort that they had here tonight, especially from their bench. They've outscored the William Woods bench they've outscored 42-18 in the paint. And the bench for the Bearcats, 32 points in the game. Woods has gotten 22, and a lot of those have been in the second half.
Springs calls the play. Springs with Ridge, Hoppy, Ruckman, and Heckert. That's the 5 out there for the Bearcats. Springs, left wing up top for Heckert. Swings it right corner. Hoppy thought about it up top for Ridge. 7 to shoot. Heckert now in the left wing. Now in the box for Ruckman. Ruckman turning, backing in his man. Ruckman has to turn. Flew it up there, and it was a jump ball attempt there as he was running out. Called a jump ball, and the possession arrow will go to William Woods.
Good defense there by Woods. Ruckman tried to get a shot off, but it just wasn't wasn't there. The play too well defended. He should have kicked it back out, but he knew the shot clock was running down.
Caleb Perry, a nice block there. Williams, Hoppy on him, up top for Perry. Perry picks up his dribble, looking, he's in trouble. Lays it now to Williams. Williams right wing, sets a pick there. Williams going to pop out, pulls up inside the three-point line and scores. Robert Williams, his first bucket. 1:40 to play here. Bearcats by 17. 76-59, Springs. Let's see, he'll play it inside. I tried a backdoor to Clinton Hoppy, and he goes tumbling over McDearman. Out of bounds. McDearman touched it last. They were trying, Ruckman tried a little blind backdoor behind the back pass, bounce pass to Hoppy, was breaking to the right of the bucket, and big collision there. Bearcats lucky to still have possession. Springs inbounds it, threw it away. As he and Heckert some miscommunication. Bearcats a little sloppy here in these last couple possessions.
And that's the first turnover of the game for Springs with just 1:29 to go.
76-59, Bearcats by 17. Snoddy lays it now for McDearman. They swing it for Harper. Wesley Harper trying to drive, left baseline, pulls up, forced a shot up, and they call a blocking foul on Kyle Heckert. That's his third. And while we have this, all right, now Saturday, Hannibal LaGrange, that'll be the next contest. You're heading down with Scott, I take it? You're going to be going down this Saturday?
I will not be at that game. So.
Well, now, if you were going down, what's the stop there? I know you guys like to hit restaurants, different things when you go on the road. Is there any kind of stop, anything you look forward to when you head down to Hannibal LaGrange?
Unfortunately, no.
There's
not a favorite stopping place up there. We usually hit one of the chain restaurants, but, made a stop at a few places there in Hannibal over the years, but haven't yet found a good local place, so if anybody has recommendations, they'll have to email those in to Scott Cummings.
And Ruckman, he had the rebound, had it knocked out of his hands, so he got his 10th rebound, knocked out of his hands, and then scoring the bucket. I think that was Wesley Harper. 76-61. Backdoor play, Hoppy going to the bucket. He's able to save it back to Ruckman, he scores!
He's got
20 for Ruckman.
So Ruckman,
big man scored. They're trying to go to Hoppy to get him a point, to get him on there, to get everyone on the score sheet. And Hoppy couldn't handle it as he was trying to drive the bucket, saved it to Ruckman, and Ruckman put in the layup. 78-61. Bounce pass inside. Perry, short shot is good. And back to Ruckman, almost underneath the basket there. 78-63. Final 35 seconds of the game. Springs for Heckert. Heckert trying to go to Ruckman. Ruckman cutting there. Off his hands to Springs. Springs in the corner. Hoppy open for three. That's good! And
there it is.
On the score sheet.
All 12 Bearcats have scored as Hoppy drills a three from deep in the corner.
Thunder and lightning were in on that play, too, because it hit Ruckman off his hands, went to Springs, and he just dished it in the right corner. How about it? 81-63, every Bearcat on the score sheet. That's the way we like it. Perry, half hook. He missed it. Ball loose on the floor. Hoppy has it. 8 seconds to go. Clinton Hoppy. He's going to pull it back out. Hoppy will pull up, shoot the three, and he left it short. And it comes the other way, and Williams will just let the clock run out, and that'll do it. 81-63. The Bearcats win it by 18 tonight. And what a performance by the Bearcats. Their bench did a heck of a job, led by David Ruckman's career best 20 points on the night.
Well, a great effort by the Bearcats. Everybody involved in this one. And key to that second half, or the first half rather, was I think when we got Springs and Ruckman into the game, it just seemed like the whole team all of a sudden had a lot more energy. I was looking at the body language, especially of Ruckman, and there's been some games this year when he hasn't played a lot of minutes, but he came in there and just had a really positive outlook on his face, and just hit his first 6 shots, and just you knew he was going to have a big night because he just had a tremendous attitude, and the Bearcats needed him because Rockers got in early foul trouble. Picked up his second foul just in the early minutes of the game. Didn't play much in that first half, and it didn't really matter though, as Ruckman was more than able to make up for the loss of Rockers.
So the Bearcats win it 81-63. What a performance here in this game. I mean, this is just outstanding performance here. And the Bearcats getting it done. 20 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for David Ruckman, and a double-double for Eric Hobby with 20 and 12. So Hobby, as we know, we come to expect that from him. Scoring-wise, we know he can do it rebound-wise. He's just so athletic. But David Ruckman, as you said, coming off the bench, again, he and Mike Springs, really, those two in the first half really keyed some things. Ruckman doing it scoring-wise, Springs doing it with defense and ball handling, and just a great performance, real solid performance. David Ruckman's he's going to be our player of the game. We're going to get Big David over here, and maybe assistant coach Eric Eckelbarger as well. But let's talk while we await them too. Pretty impressive performance here. You said it before. First half, they had a big lead. It was only 11 at the first half. You kind of scratch your head and said, wait, I feel like it should have been more than that. But they came out, did what they had to do in the second half, and again, pretty much